The maximum penalty for separatist crimes of Taiwan independence is the death penalty. This is your favorite half Chinese. Yes, China now installed a death penalty for separatists of Taiwan. This is for everybody who was saying China is weak because they don't do anything about the US and Taiwan antagonizing them. All the while I was telling you all, China hardly ever directly responds, but that doesn't mean you can do whatever you want. The difference between China and the Western nations is the fact of voting. The dictators of the Western regimes need your votes. Therefore, they always directly react without proper thinking. All they need is to make it look good for you. So the next election cycle you will vote for these incompetent dictators again. In China, however, they don't have that problem. In China, all they have to do is deliver. That is how they stay in power. Therefore, they will not just do anything, but they first calculate what the best options are. And then they will show the world. I'll let you all know in a second what it all means. We will discuss all the points. But before that, let's discuss what it all means for these separatists. This is basically a checkmate. Reasons why: because legally Taiwan is part of the People's Republic of China. So now with this new law, it opens a door for military action, because they can now send the army in to arrest criminals. Not a single country can say a thing about it, because it is in their own territory. Another thing is, all these separatists of Taiwan, where do they want to go now? Because once they will travel to a place, China will ask for their extradition. Do we see how brilliant this move actually is? Many people wanted the People's Republic of China to respond with taking over the Chinese island through military actions. But I think we really need to think how deep this actually goes. Honestly, I would have never thought of this move, but the more I think of it, the more I think it's a brilliant move. Whether you like the move or not, it is brilliant. I mean, just think of it. You are on Taiwan and the US approaches you to become a separatist. In the past, you just do whatever you want, right? Now you have the following problem. You might become eligible for the death penalty, and any other country you go, you have to be scared that they don't arrest you and send you to the mainland to face trial. What would be the likelihood for people to still engage in separatism? It also opens the door for China to freeze all these people their assets, because that's what you do when criminals are on the run. So that makes this move extremely brilliant. And I think they also are saying, we had enough. You had your days of playing and now it's time to get serious. We are going to get it over with. It seems that they have lost the trust, if they still had any, in this current government. Okay, so now let's continue what actually means. But first, what China had to say to introduce this. The opinions of punishing Taiwan independence, diehards for separatism and inciting separatism in accordance with the law was released. It clearly states that whoever commits the conduct provided for in Article 2 of these opinions shall be sentenced to life imprisonment or fixed-term imprisonment of not less than 10 years, where the crime is major or the crime is serious, and where the harm to the country and the people is particularly serious and the circumstances are especially heinous, the death penalty may be given. So it's not always a death penalty. Those who actively participate are to be sentenced to fixed-term imprisonment of not less than 3 years but not more than 10 years. Other participating are to be sentenced to fixed-term imprisonments of not more than 3 years, short-term detention, controlled release, or deprivation of political rights. What circumstances constitute the crime of separatism or inciting separatism? The Supreme People's Court explained in detail. On June 21st, the Supreme People's Court, the Supreme People's Procuratorate, the Ministry of Public Security, the Ministry of State Security, and the Ministry of Justice jointly issued the opinions on punishing Taiwan independence, diehards for splitting the country and inciting splitticism in accordance with the law, which came into force on the date of promulgation. I need to put my glasses on. At a special news conference held by the Taiwan Affairs Office of the State Council today, a reporter asked, the opinions have clarified the specific circumstances under which the crimes of separatism and inciting separatism should be applied to Taiwan independence diehards. Ma Yan, member of the Adjudication Committee of the Supreme People's Court and president of Second Criminal Trial Division, said that Article 103 of China's criminal law stipulates the crime of separatism and the crime of inciting separatism, organizing, planning, and carrying out separatism, or undermining national unity constitute the crime of separatism. Inciting separatism and undermining national unity constitutes the crime of inciting separatism. I wonder if they also will start to charge Americans for inciting separatism. That would be very interesting. With regard to the crime of secession, the opinions stipulate 4 specific circumstances and one catch-all item, which are as follows. First, it is necessary to initiate and establish a Taiwan Independence Separatist Organization Plan and formulate a Taiwan Independence Separatist Action Program, Plan and Program and direct members of the Taiwan Independence Separatist Organization or other personnel to carry out activities to split the country and undermine national reunification. This is also a typical pattern of secession. Second, they have attempted to change the legal status of Taiwan as a part of China by formulating, amending, interpreting, and repealing the relevant regulations of the Taiwan region or by means of referendums. This is mainly a stipulation made in response to the Taiwan and independence diehards' manipulation of legal principles and Taiwan independence. Third, by pushing Taiwan to join international organizations that are limited to sovereign states or by conducting official exchanges and military contacts with other countries. They are attempting to create 2 Chinas, 1 China, 1 Taiwan, and Taiwan independence in the international community. That one is heavy. Fourth, they have used their position and powers to wantonly distort and tamper with the fact that Taiwan is part of China in the fields of education, culture, history, and the news media, or to suppress political parties, organizations, and individuals who support the peaceful development of cross-strait relations and national reunification in order to achieve the goal of splitting the country. Taiwan independence diehards have used their position and powers to manipulate gradual Taiwan independence and suppresses the righteous forces that support reunification. Well, that was it. That was a whole mouthful. And then Ma Yan said, with regard to the crime of inciting separatism, the opinions stipulate a specific circumstances and catch-all item, clearly stipulating that for the purpose of separating Taiwan from China, stubbornly propagating the separatist idea of Taiwan independence and its separatist actions, programs, plans, and programs, the opinions shall be convicted and punished for the crime of inciting separatism. Well, that was a lot. Let me know what you all think of it. I think it's a brilliant move. We have to be honest here, whether you like the move, yes or no. It is brilliant because it tackles the problem on each and every level they were trying to separate itself from the mainland China through military, through diplomatic relations, and so on, right? Also, they were trying to change things in their government and doing all these kind of things, which makes it all move into one direction. And those are now all punishable by Chinese law, under which they are actually falling, since Taiwan is still a part of China. Anyways, let me know in the comment section what you all think of it, but please keep it respectful. We are not uncivilized barbarians, unlike some others. This was your favorite half Chinese, and as always, have a great day.